Hello and welcome everybody. Today we've got another episode of Checking Out Chanel, episode 2, and we've got 4 more scents that we will be checking out today. Chanel La Pausa, Pause, and Chanel Beige. These are both in EdP form. Chanel Coromandel EdT, and also Chanel Coromandel EdP. So there will be a first impression comparisons between the EdP and EdT of Coromandel. And I have to say thank you again to Mitra because she provided the samples. And also, as before, I have not smelled any of these. I've not checked out any of the notes. So this will be completely blind. And I'm very excited to get started right away with La Pausa. So the pause, I assume that's what it means. And it sounds like it's Spanish, actually. Could be Spanish, or maybe Italian. Maybe I will look into the official description of the scent after, and maybe we can find out. Otherwise, feel free to tell me in the comments why it's called La Pausa. So I've got my strips here. I will give this a spray from this little sample. The spray worked well on this one. And let's see what I get. Ooh, it is very fresh. Very bright. Aldehydic again. This is very Chanel. I'm starting to understand the style now. It's got these waxy, peachy, fruity aldehydes. This kind of reminds me of, a little bit of number 18 in the opening, just a touch. Because it's fruity, and this also has this kind of musky, nutty, maybe ambrette in there, going by my nose. But this, to me, seems even cleaner than number 18. So if you remember, in number 18, my reaction was kind of mixed, but also the atomizer didn't work great. It had, to me, kind of like a little bit of a dirty, breathy opening. I don't get that from La Pausa. La Pausa is a lot cleaner, fresher. It's very Chanel, very airy, and slightly fruity as well. I wonder if there's some violet or iris in this. I think I'm picking up on some violet at least. Yeah, I think so. And there's like a bit of a woody base as well. Don't know if it's vetiver or maybe sandalwood. So yeah, I'm thinking this is, to me, similar to number 18, but cleaner, more violety, less musky. Like at least on first impression. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's quite pleasant. Not immediately my style of fragrance, but it's pleasant. And this, yeah, I'm getting now on the back end. I do get some fruitiness, some perriness maybe that I connect with ambrettes. So I wonder if the notes are any similar to number 18. All right, let's do beige EdP. Get this on strip as well. This is so much fun. I'm really happy that I get to check all of these out at home. It's very nice of Mitra to provide all of these samples. And yeah, if you're curious about Chanel at all, you have to go to Mitra's channel. I will link it again in the description of the video. She is, so if anything Guerlain or Chanel, you know, she's the girl for you. Okay, beige. Very different. So I get like, again, it's aldehydic in the opening to me, but I get something sweeter. So this has like a tangerine, mandarin orange type of citrusy opening to me. Slightly candied vibe. There's also some, I think, white florets in there, maybe some, you know, orange blossom, neroli, jasmine type of thing. And it's muskier as well. This is very bright, very happy scent. So La Pausa is maybe a little bit more low-key, just a little bit calmer, and Beige, interestingly to me, seems more bright, more outgoing. Even though when you think of the color beige, maybe you think of something a little bit more restrained. But I also think of something very fashionable. Beige to me, I think is a color that's kind of malign for clothes. I think it looks very fashionable. And if you go to Asian countries, especially Japan, they like to wear a lot of earthen tones. One of them being like a similar to beige type of color. And it looks really fantastic on them. So yeah, this to me is sweet, aldehydic. There's a citrusy opening. There's a musky base. There's some white florals in here. Yeah, it's very candied, but nice. It's not cloying. So this will never, even in summer, this type of sweet scent, I don't think it will ever get cloying to you. Unless you're very sensitive to white florals, maybe. I think maybe I'm detecting a touch of tuberose as well. Just a tiny amount. This is nice. This is nice. It's like, I'm thinking candied oranges, or maybe like candied flower petals. But it's not too heavy. It keeps that sparkle. All right, let's move on to one of the big hitters. And one thing I noticed, so these are just samples, right? But I think you can tell. So on the left you have the EDT, and on the right you have the EDP of Coromandel. And the EDT is definitely a shade or two darker. So even though it's ostensibly lower concentration, being an eau de toilette, it has a darker juice. So that maybe because it's older, maybe because it's more oxidized, who knows? I don't know if the brand new bottle had a lighter juice, but it seems like it's on the darker side. And I'm gonna give this, again, some sprays on the blotter. Nice spray, worked really well on this one. So Coromandel is one of those legendary scents, I think. I've heard a lot about Coromandel, and it's really kind of weird that I've never checked them out. Like even in the shops, I have never tried the EDP of Coromandel. Let's give this a shot. Oh, interesting. This is spicy. So this is more of that, to me, this gives me more of that like Middle Eastern, maybe like Southern Asian type of spiciness. And it's also got sweetness, but this is like a darker sweetness. It's not like the bright sweetness of beige. This is like a darker sweetness. So ambery, I think labdanum, benzoin, rose. I think there's a rose in there. It smells like there's a rose in there because, funnily enough, this ever so slightly reminds me of Tower Vanilla Flash, but this is much brighter. So it's dark for Chanel, but it's not as dark as like a deep ambery Tower. And this comes off a little bit more floral, a little bit more airy. This is beautiful. This is absolutely fantastic. It's also still quite clean. I'm not detecting any heavy dirtiness, any earthiness. Yeah, oh, I love this. This is so nice. There's also some citruses in the top, I'm thinking. This is a very, very, very nice version of this type of spicy fragrance. There's also some cinnamon, I think. Vanilla cinnamon, but it's coming off fresh. Maybe a little bit of anise, maybe just a tiny amount of anise, but doesn't come off like licoricey too much. Nice. I really like this one. This one so far, style-wise, might be my favorite. Although I've got a lot of sense with this type of DNA. But this is executed to perfection, and I think it smells extremely high quality. Whatever florals and resins they're using in this scent are top notch. Awesome, awesome. Let's try the EdP right away so I can get my comparison in. And yeah, I kind of start to get why these are so revered, Coromandel. I'm thinking these are more cold weather. So even though it's Chanel, and you can wear anything anytime if you want, and if you're brave enough, but the style of scent to me seems like it's more comforting. It's like it should be nice if you want to get like cozy with a blanket at home. That's like, or spray it on a scarf in winter maybe. That's kind of the feeling I get. Let's try the EdP right away. Okay, I gotta clear my nose because this is so much more quiet. Did I get the right amount of sprays on this? Should I? This seems so different. I'm actually kind of shocked. I'm like checking. Is this the right one? No, it is Coromandel EdP, Coromandel EdT. Okay, no, I didn't get anything mixed up. So this is so quiet. I'm gonna spray one more. I'm just gonna spray one more just to be safe. I don't want to give this. Maybe I missed it somehow. Just yeah, got 2 more sprays on there. So now, ooh, the blotter is really wet. Definitely put enough on there to smell it. Let's give this another sniff. Okay, I don't know if it's making me anosmic. But so this is more citrus. I'm getting more citrus here because I don't think it's actually more citrus. I'm just getting less of the spices, less of the resins, and less of the florals. Might be that this needs more of the warmth of the skin to really bloom, and the EdT just pops off the blotter. Yeah, I'm starting to get something. So it's the similar blend. Yeah, I'm starting to get the labdanum, I'm starting to get the cinnamon. But I feel like this has lots of maybe ambroxan or something that gives me this waft, but I don't smell any of the brightness. I don't smell anything of the lush spices and vanilla and resins and florals. It's nice. It's really nice, actually. I put a lot on this blotter, so this is definitely not. Let me get back to back. Yeah, it's the same scent. Oh, but the EdT to me, I mean, maybe I'm biased because I smell it first. The EdT is so much more colorful, right? It really paints this picture of all of these spices and all of these resins and this floral note, and it's so fresh and present. And the EdP is like toned down. It's denser, it's smoother, right? It doesn't jump off the blotter. And it's nice. Don't get me wrong, the EdP is very, very, very nice. And I think this might have to go on skin. So I think, so at this point, we've tried all of them, and I will go through, I will spray 2 on skin. And I think it's pretty obvious that the ones that, if I want to compare them side by side, I'm going to spray EdT Coromandel on my left hand, right? And I'm going to spray the EdP of Coromandel on my left hand. And then I'm going to give them a good spray. So here you go, is the lots of juice of the EDT on my left hand. Oh, this is so nice. This just jumps off the skin. Gonna do 2 sprays of the EDP on my right. Just to be fair, right? It's like lots of juice. Oh, it's very different on skin as well. I think there's some sandalwood in these too. Okay, interesting. So on skin, the EDT is, so the EDP is even cleaner. The EDP, to me, I get more of the bright citrus opening. So it could be that due to age, the citruses of the EDT have subsided a little bit. But on skin, the EDP comes alive. So the EDP needs the warmth of the skin, I think. It's cleaner, the EDP. Lots of citruses in the opening, actually. And this woody base is coming out more. It's kind of creamy. The spices are kind of toned down. I think the EDP is less spicy than the EDT. Yeah, the EDT seems more spicy. It's still nicer. I think I still prefer. It's close. On skin, it's closer. No, but I think I prefer the EDT. Although the EDP feels like it's got more heft on skin. All right, I will go through the official notes now, and then we will come back and smell the dry down on the blotters. All right, so we started with La Pausa, and the official description on Chanel's website is: in 1928, Gabrielle Chanel built La Pausa, a villa in the heights of Roquebrune. Please correct my French pronunciation if it's so bad. Overlooking the Mediterranean Sea, imagined and decorated entirely by Mademoiselle. It featured architecture reminiscent of that at Aubergine Abbey, where she lived as a child. A contrasting fragrance that evokes the textures of the home Mademoiselle frequently visited, surrounded by her intimates. Composition: delicate and powdery nuances of iris pallida heightened with notes of pink pepper, and vetiver reveal a radiant accord. Okay, that's La Pausa on the Chanel website. And the official notes on parfum are iris, red pepper, or pink pepper, sorry, and vetiver. All right, so I think I got the iris violet type of thing. Yeah, let me just go and smell it real quick. Yeah, to me it's more violet than iris, actually. I get iris, and it's very powdery, actually, yeah. But to me it's more violet. Kind of sweet. And woody as well, yeah. All right, let's check out beige. So what do they write about beige? It's a really interesting name. So the description for beige on Chanel's website is: so this is a quote, "I take refuge in beige because it's natural," said Gabrielle Chanel about her beloved color. The voluptuous beige is a fragrance is a beautiful haven to get lost in, only to find your true self. Behind its apparent simplicity, timeless scent presents an intense floral accord of hawthorn and frangipani, subtly enhanced with the notes of honey. Oh, so the candy thing I smelled was honey, or supposed to be honey. Frangipani and freesia, honey and hawthorn. Ooh, hawthorn is actually a beautiful note. I don't know how I didn't pick that up, but hawthorn is a lovely, lovely note. Yeah, so beige is quite nice. Let me give that a smell again on Blotter. So yeah, now that I know, obviously I do get hawthorn and freesia. Freesia, I think, provides that fruitiness as well. I still remain that there's like all of these other notes, at least, you know, the way it comes off, maybe as an accord. This is actually quite nice for a white floral. I love this. Okay, then I had Coromandel. So I can only read the description of the EdP because that's what's available right now. And the description of the EdP reads, I thought I fainted with happiness when, for the first time, I saw Coromandel, Gabrielle Chanel said. Mademoiselle had the gift for understanding a variety of styles and mixing them with her own. She filled her Paris apartment with precious floral-adorned Coromandel screens, creating a mysterious aura. The Coromandel fragrance reflects this feeling of exquisite enchantment. So the intense ambery scent features notes of patchouli, frankincense, and benzoin, a soft and voluptuous embrace. Oh my god, I love those notes, of course. Those are perfectly up my alley. Let me check out what Parfumo says. So Parfumo says, for the EdP, bitter orange, neroli, and citruses in the top notes. And the heart notes are patchouli, orris root, jasmine, and rose. I definitely picked up on the rose. And the base notes are amber, benzoin, woody notes, musks, vanilla, incense, and white chocolate. Oh, and Christopher Sheldrake worked on this. That actually makes sense. That actually makes sense. So because Christopher Sheldrake, he worked for Chanel for quite a while actually, but I don't know, maybe I think he's maybe still working for them. But Christopher Sheldrake did all the Serge Lutens scents, and Serge Lutens scents. This is kind of like a Chanel version of a Serge Lutens, maybe. It's cleaner. Oh, this is coming off beautifully now off my hands. So I will just smell my hands for this. Oh, actually, let me smell the blotter. Never mind. Okay, the EdT is very light and airy compared to the EdP. But the EdP is starting to... I get actually more from the EdP now. So that may be just my initial... Maybe I was slightly anosmic going from the EdT to the EdP. Somehow, I would say the EdT is a little bit drier and spicier. And maybe a little bit woodier. And the EdP is a little bit more resinous to me. At least like sticky resins. It's like a little bit more viscous. That's how I would describe it. And the EdP now has more body to it. So let me try my hands again. So EdT. Oh, so nice. So nice. The spices are so delicate. And the florals, this rose. Such a nice rose. I feel like there must be some sandalwood in here. The incense here is very... I don't know, together with this accord, it comes off warmer, because oftentimes incense gives me this cold feel. This incense is warmer. It's subtly integrated into this amber accord. So this, to me, primarily actually is an amber fragrance with some incense. Oh, and the vanilla. And now I get also the white chocolate. I get what they mean with white chocolate now. Because it has this vanilla, but also this milkiness. So there's like this slight milkiness. That's why I'm thinking sandalwood. It could also come from the orris as well. And this benzoin provides this sort of slightly powdery sweetness that also aids with the vanilla. And let's go to the EdP. Okay, the EdP, it's just more smoothened out. I feel like I can't pick out the individual notes quite as easily as on the EdT. Feels like more closed. It's very round. It's very, very, very beautiful. So this is relative, right? The EdP is still awesome. And I also get the white chocolate idea here as well. Kind of reminds me of So it's totally not a gourmand. So don't get this the wrong way. But there's this yeah, it reminds me a little bit of Kinder chocolate. So if you had like I think in the US they are now banned the Kinder eggs, but that chocolate that has the milk chocolate on the outside and the white chocolate on the inside. That's kind of what this reminds me of because it's very vanillic. Yeah, and the EDP, it's not as transparent. It's beautiful. No, but the EDT is nicer. And the EDT is kind of starting to get a slight smokiness. And just a hint of smokiness. The incense is very nice. So this is actually, to me, it's not churchy incense. So don't think of churchy incense. Think of like an Asian incense stick. So like those sticks that you burn at a temple in Asia. That's the kind of incense I get. And oh my god, the EDT. Wow, 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 wow. But going back and forth, I mean, you can totally tell that it's the same DNA. And the EDP, if you like something a bit more body heavy, like more voluminous, probably might also last longer, who knows? At least I don't know at this point in time. You might prefer the EDP. And also still seems cleaner. Less smoky as well. Yeah, I don't know what to say because I'm comparing two awesome scents, and there might be some subtle biases, but I've described it I think quite in depth. The ET, oh, that's just amazing. That's like one of the best ambery scents with incense I've ever smelled. It's like it's it's funny. It's like to me, it's starting to have that Asian incense and the rose, and it's like almost like a vanilla ice cream in the bottom. Yeah, it's like because it's so creamy and milky and vanilla. It's funny because I'm reading this as more creamy, although the it's like when you get the ice cream that has like that's not completely smooth, that has like a little bit of crystals in it. That's maybe how I get it, but it's not like scratchy, totally not at all. All right, I think. Oh, but yeah, the sandalwood note that I'm thinking I'm getting in the EDP is still gorgeous, still gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Wow, these are both beautiful. And again, these four are beautiful. I think. Let me give a quick ranking. So number one has to be the Coromandel EdT. Number two, let me smell those again. So number two is beige. And number three is the Coromandel EdP. And number four is La Pausa. But they're all nice. And I had no issues with any of these. So maybe, yeah. So that's gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed these first impressions, and I hope you will join me for the next episode, where we'll be looking at 4 more of the Chanel Les Exclusif samples provided by Mitra. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and take care.